It all started on a Tuesday. Tuesdays are usually beige, you know, the kind of day that just exists between Monday's hangover and Wednesday's hump. But this Tuesday was different. It started when my toast popped out of the toaster, not as a piece of bread, but as a perfect, miniature, fully functional replica of the Eiffel Tower, complete with a tiny, waving Frenchman on top. I blinked. He waved again. A little impatiently this time. I decided to skip breakfast. On my way to work, the traffic light at the corner didn't just turn green at Sangan Operaria, a very dramatic one. All the cars around me stopped, not because the light was red, but because the soprano was just that good. A few drivers even got out and gave it a standing ovation. I just gripped my steering wheel, wondering if I'd accidentally licked one of those weird frogs in my garden again. Things escalated at the office. My boss, Mr. Henderson, a man whose emotional range usually spanned from mild disappointment to severe disappointment, called me into his office. I was expecting the usual lecture about TPS reports. Instead, he was wearing a full suit of medieval armor and sharpening a broadsword. He looked up at me, his eyes gleaming through the helmet's visor, and said, "Johnson, the quarterly profits are down. The kingdom is in peril. We must ride at dawn to reclaim the enchanted spreadsheets of fiscal quarter 3. I nodded slowly, backed out of the office, and decided to take an early lunch. I went to my usual sandwich shop. I ordered a simple turkey on rye. The sandwich artist, a teenager named Kevin who usually just grunts, looked me dead in the eye, his gaze filled with ancient wisdom. He leaned in close and whispered, "The turkey is not the turkey you think it is. It remembers the forest. It remembers the wind." He then handed me my sandwich, which was humming softly. I ate it anyway. It tasted vaguely of pine needles and regret. That afternoon, during a team meeting, everyone started speaking in rhymes. Perfectly, effortlessly. To boost our sales and reach our goals, we must appeal to younger souls. Our marketing plan must be precise and sell our widgets at a decent price. It was like being trapped in a corporate Dr. Seuss book. I tried to contribute, but all I could manage was, "My name is Dave, and I need to save my sanity." It didn't scan well. They all just stared at me. Walking home, I noticed that pigeons weren't just cooing, they were debating philosophy. I overheard one particularly plump one arguing with a scrawnier bird about the merits of Kante's categorical imperative. The scrawny one made a compelling point about existentialism, and the flock seemed to agree, nodding their little heads in unison. A squirrel ran past me, stopped, handed me an acorn, and said, "Invest this wisely. The market is volatile." When I got home, my cat, Mittens, was floating 3 inches above the living room rug, glowing with a soft, ethereal light. She turned her head, looked at me with her big green eyes, and spoke, not in meows, but in perfect, BBC-accented English. "David," she said, her voice calm and resonant, "we need to talk about the nature of your reality." And that's when it hit me. This wasn't a dream. I wasn't going crazy. This was just life. Or, at least, my life. Now, the miniature Eiffel Tower toast, the upper singing traffic light, my knight in shining armor boss, the philosophical pigeons, the floating talk-a-cat. It was all real. And the weirdest part, I wasn't scared anymore. I sat down on the floor, cross-legged, and looked up at my levitating feline guru. "Okay, Mittens," I said. "I'm listening." She floated a little closer, her purr sounding like the gentle hum of the cosmos. "You've been living your life on autopilot, David," she explained. "You wake up, you go to work, you come home, you sleep. You've been seeing the world in black and white, following a script you didn't even know you were reading." She was right. Every day had been a repeat of the last, a beige Tuesday. Every day. I had been so focused on the mundane, on the expected, that I had stopped seeing the magic. I had forgotten how to be surprised. The universe got bored, Mittens continued, doing a slow barrel roll in the air. So, it decided to turn up the volume. It's showing you that reality is not a fixed, solid thing. It's fluid. It's absurd. It's beautiful and ridiculous, and it doesn't always have to make sense. The talking squirrel's acorn was still in my pocket. I pulled it out. It felt warm. I looked at the Eiffel Tower toast, still on my kitchen counter. The little Frenchman gave me a thumbs up. I thought about Mr. Henderson and his enchanted spreadsheets. Maybe he was onto something. This whole day, this cascade of surreal events, wasn't a breakdown. It was a breakthrough. It was a cosmic wake-up call, delivered by singing traffic lights and rhyming co-workers. The universe was telling me to stop just existing and start experiencing, to embrace the weirdness, to find the opera in the everyday. And you know what? It makes sense. Why should reality be boring? Why should pigeons not debate Kant? Why shouldn't your cat be a floating, enlightened being with a British accent? Who made these rules? Anyway, so I'm not going to try and fix it. I'm not going to see a doctor. I'm going to lean in. Tomorrow, I'm going to ride with Mr. Henderson at dawn. We have a kingdom to save and some spreadsheets to enchant. I'm going to have a long talk with that sandwich artist about what the turkey truly remembers. I'm going to invest that acorn. The world is not a straight line. It's a Jackson Pollock painting. It's chaotic and messy and makes no logical sense up close. But when you step back, it's a masterpiece. My life used to be a paint by numbers, and I was just trying to stay inside the lines. But now I've been handed the whole bucket of paint and told to just have fun. So, if you see me on the street, and I'm listening intently to a flock of pigeons, don't worry. I'm just getting some philosophical advice. If your toast turns into a landmark, don't throw it out. Maybe it's trying to tell you something. Maybe the universe is just trying to get your attention maybe it's time we all stopped expecting our Tuesdays to be beige. I'm Dave. My cat is my guru, and for the first time in a long time, I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Be sure to look for the magic. It's probably closer than you think. Subscribe for more updates from my wonderfully weird new life.